Members of the Nanyuki Boys High School Alumni Association met yet again for the third time,
this time in Romuruti town in Laikipia.
The meeting was organized by the executive committee after many months of consultations, deliberations and planning. Members of the executive committee, led by the alumni chairman Albert Wanjau, and some committee members were all in attendance. The executive committee comprises of the alumni chairman Albert Wanjau, Nanyuki Boys High School Board of Management chairman Mr. Robert Buru, the alumni secretary Robert Mutito, alumni treasurer Paul Mugo, who was also recently appointed in the Nanyuki Boys High School Board of Management, alumni vice secretary Moses Washira, and vice chairman John Wakaba. It was a day filled with joy, laughter and good memories as old boys came face to face with their high school friends and schoolmates, some of whom they have not seen for as long as 50 years. Food and drinks were in plenty and members took the time to catch up with each other thanks to the organizing committee, who made sure nothing was left to chance, from setup, food and refreshments to security.
Told here by my able chairman, we need to pray.
The meeting was officially started with a word of prayer followed by a sermon by Mr. Kanyari, who is also an old boy of the school.
Be with us and stand with us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Joshua was a man of courage. You remember the spy that was done? You remember the results that were done? I don't want to go to the basic. But I want to have few words with you. Be young men and old men of good courage.
Members were given a chance to introduce themselves and say what careers and professions they are in or business they are currently engaged in slightly before the meeting kicked off.
Gatongi, Peter is my name, 66, 69, Batian House. I was a captain in Batian House those days. Professionally, I'm a veterinary surgeon. Academically, I teach research methods in the university, Moi University.
Professor, he's forgetting to tell you one important thing. He's a professor. Being humble.
I'm Dennis Madenge Washira, class of 96-99. I'm an accountant in the National Treasury. And I'm also a farmer in Rumuruti.
My name's Thomas Makori, 94-97. I am a contractor by profession. Professionally, I'm a quantity surveyor, but I'm doing business as a contractor.
I'm Rogers Mudhiri Gadhuku, class of 96 to 1999. I'm from Ngarua. I am a farmer. I also work with the National Police Service based in headquarters.
My name is Charles Gikongo Kalemi, class of 95-98. I was in Nelion. I'm a mechanical engineer working with the Safaricom.
The chairman of the Nanyuki Boys High School Alumni Association, the chairman of the Nanyuki Boys High School Board of Management, and the Board of Management's member in charge of the fundraising, Mr. Sila, gave moving speeches.
After joining the school and working on the curriculum, on teachers, students, and the principal, we came up and asked ourselves, St. Patrick's, where I was, we were the best in running. We were the best in volleyball. We were the best in basketball. And every time we were going to national, what is this that Nanyuki cannot do? If you can pass all these banners, and you can pass all these hardships that we went through, what can we do? And therefore, we came up with a program on other extra curriculum. And we started very well in 2017, 2018, and the achievement of 2019. We started with the drama. The team is a fantastic team. We were able to go through the county level. We went to the formal a regional, what we call the Rift Valley, because the education system, they still recognize them. And we were able to read, we were number 1. And we went to Nairobi for the national. And one of the things that we happened, vijana wetu waliacha basi pale Serena. Alafu wakaenda miguu, najua inakaa kama mkate. So, you as the chairman, you are working with your boys, mwende pale State House, because the others will laugh at us. But we managed number 2 nationally, and we were able to perform before His Excellency. That is the first time to reach national and to be the best. But the principal is also, the principal, Mr. Oliver Nishi, is an excellent guy in every sector, not education, not on teachers, not extra curriculum. In December 25th, when everybody was enjoying with the family, this guy was moderating physics books to be used by Form 1 to Form 4, and with a team of about 5 guys. When you guys are enjoying on the other side, there is some team in this country that are enjoying. He became our principal. And he's very passionate about drama, music, and physics. He's a teacher of physics. And therefore, when we came to the music, gentlemen, we are also very good.
If you leave this meeting without understanding our vision, without understanding our strategic objectives, you'll have missed a big thing. We must be able to understand why are we a Nanyuki alumni, what it is, and what we intend to do in the next 5 years.
Now, we have 4 main projects. I'll say 4 main projects because we have asbestos that everybody knows is cancer causing. We need to remove that from our school. Most of you guys went through that school, but it's okay. We all turned out right, but we don't have to wait for something to happen before we address something that we know is wrong. We have a farm project. We have a very big farm. We have never utilized that farm to its potential. As a board, we looked at it and I said one thing: why can't we produce our own food? And it's very simple. The input required to produce our own food as a school is so minimal compared to what we spend on food in a year. So it's only people who cannot actualize or think about modern trends or how to do business that will keep on buying food when you can farm your own food. We need our boys to eat properly. So I said, wait a minute, if we are going to improve our farm, how do we feed the boys? Oh, they need bread every day. Why don't we have a bakery? It's very cheap to establish a bakery, to bake our own bread and feed our boys. Then why do we buy maize meal? We can have a posho meal. You can imagine how much flour we use in a year in that particular establishment. If we buy maize and we grind it ourselves, can you imagine how much we are saving? Because there's no paper to pay for, there's no transportation cost, because it just comes to half what we pay when we buy a sack of flour. Because that sack includes transport, it includes the packaging, it includes the labor force that did it. And this is something we are consuming on a daily basis. So, I've served 3 years in the board. I think, sincerely speaking, it's a voluntary job. I have 2 more years to go on this board. I've been endorsed to serve for another term. Before I leave that, I want to see a posho mill in that school. I want to see a bakery in that school. I want to see a functioning farm that produces food for our students. We've done a lot and we are talking to the teachers and we've encouraged them and they're doing a very good job. We've upped the mean grade. I'm sure you're aware of that. But it doesn't come on its own. Infrastructure has to be put in place. And we have to do all these other things. You cannot just keep on telling the boys study, and they're hungry and they're thinking about food all the time and they're not eating properly. You cannot tell the teachers teach all the time and we are not feeding them. If we have a farm, we have a portion mill, we have a bakery. The teachers will eat bread at 10 o'clock. They are motivated to teach. They will eat lunch from the school. They are motivated. And everything will go well. What I'm asking is this, gentlemen. I saw a registration list. And I want to appeal to you guys as a board member and you as old boys. You went through the institution. We can make it was what it was at that time. We can make it better. And let us strive to make it better.
In an interview, the alumni chairman explains the vision and mission of the Nanyuki Boys High School Alumni Association.
My name is Albert Wanjao Waithaka, an alumni of Nanyuki High School. I joined Nanyuki High School in 1976 and I left in 1979. I am the current chairman of Nanyuki Alumni. Basically, we call it Nanyuki Boys Alumni Association, Nanyuki Secondary School Alumni Association, which we actually formed 3 years ago. This is a dream and a vision that I thought would be able to bring the Nanyuki boys together and be able to just help each other in terms of synergies, because people who have gone to this school, many of them are now professionals, and I thought if we come together, we'll be able to give back to the school, and at the same time, we'll be able to give back to the society. So I called a few boys, we sat down and we decided to start it. We say a journey of 1,000 miles, start with the first step. We're just 3 of us, 3 years ago, and I'm excited to see that we have grown to this level that we have today. So we came up with a vision and said, why are we starting the Alumni Association? Because if you have to call people and tell them that you're starting something, you need to have a vision. And basically our vision, we crafted a vision and we decided that ours will be to inspire and empower current students and the old boys who have left the school to be able to combine their synergies and give back to the society and to the school.
My name is Robert Mungaimburu. I'm an alumni of Nanyuki High School, and I was in Nanyuki. I joined Nanyuki High School in 1978 up to 1981 when I left. When I left, I joined St. Patrick's City, then to the University of Nairobi, where I did BCom Accounting and CPAK. I'm an accountant by profession. And through that, we joined the WhatsApp group of Nanyuki, and that's where I was identified as one of the committee members of Nanyuki High School. In 2017, the year 2017, when I joined the committee, we had a board election and I was elected the chairman of the school. So I've been the chairman of the school from the year 2017 to date. That is the last 3 years.
The alumni secretary, Mr. Robert Motito, gave a recap of how the group was formed. He further explained what it has taken them to make what the alumni is today.
My name is Robert Motito Mutoni. I finished my fourth form in Nanyuki High School in 1979, and then I would fast forward to the year 2017 when our chairman, by the way, I'm a secretary of the executive committee of Nanyuki High School Boys Association Alumni, and in 2017, Albert Wanjao started looking for us, all old students, And we started assembling in Nairobi at Silver Springs Hotel. And the few people who met chose an executive committee to run the alumni, and I was appointed as a secretary. We meet at 7 a.m. every morning. To begin with, it was very difficult because even as we met at 7 o'clock, we'd go on until midday, because the AOB used to interfere with our normal running of the meetings. It's not been easy, because to be able to meet at 7 a.m. in Nairobi, we probably wake up at about 5 a.m. I'm sure you have had their vision from our Mr. Albert. But basically what we are doing is trying to get the former students of Nanyuki High School, from the oldest to the youngest, to get together in order to first and foremost touch base. From there, then we want to see how we can help Nanyuki High School boys, Nanyuki High School itself, and also the alumni in networking and reaching out to one another.
We are going to have a database of all professionals in this alumni. We're expecting, God willing, by the time we are finishing this year, we shall be probably 1,000 of us. We are now close to 300 members, but with the recruitment that we're having right now, we believe that will be 1,000 by the end of the year. So the power of networking of 1,000 professionals, you can never underestimate that. In this group, in this Old Boys Alumni Association, we have doctors, we have engineers, we have lawyers, we have businessmen, we have teachers, we have professors who are currently teaching in various universities, and a cross section of very many professionals. So during our mentorship program, during our networking program, we're going to structure it in a way that we develop a database. So if you're an alumni and you need some help, maybe from a doctor, all you need to do is click a button and you get a list of all the doctors that are in this alumni group. If you want help from architectures, you only click a button and you get a list of all architects that are in this group. If you want to talk to an engineer, you'll find the database that will give you an engineer. If you're in a business, and a different type of business or whatever business you are, you only need to click a button and you'll be able to get people in that area of business. And you'll be able to network with them, be able to even probably sell your products through this network.
After taking over as the chairman of the school, I have to identify how to improve the school. And the first was to raise the strategic plan, which for the next 6 years, which is ongoing. The first thing, we looked at the infrastructure of the school, and we looked at the offices, which we got money from the government. I received 40 million from Kenya government, and whereby we build the new look office, and we were able to build a 3-floor office with the administration on 3rd floor, the office of operations 2nd floor, and the teachers on 1st floor. Then with the same money, I was able to improve the dining hall to feed the capacity of 1,000 students. We also renewed the kitchen. It is a modern kitchen. And at the class level, we had to improve 4 classes so that we can fit the students that are able to be accommodated. And therefore we decongested the classes to the current 40 students per class. We had also to improve the walkway because the students, there was a lot of rain, and during the rainy season, the students were not able to walk. So we also improved that. On top of that, we also improved the library, but again, the library was too small. So I went back to the government, and the year 2018, I received 10 million, and we have put a very modern library that can fit at least 200-300 students electronically. After that, we had to look at the transport. Our students were suffering because of the kind of transport they were having. They didn't have a good transport. I had to fundraise 13.5 million, and we bought them a new bus. And therefore, in terms of the infrastructure, we were very well done. During the year 2018, there was a structural movement of all the principals from one school to the other, and we got the new principal, Mr. Oliver from Kakamega. Our current, the headmaster that was there, was moved to Western Province. With Oliver Munishi, we were able to lay down the programs to improve the school.
Paul Mugo, the alumni treasurer, and Moses Washira bridged the gap between the older generation and the younger generation. Paul Mugo, who is also a tech savvy, talked about how his group merged with Mr. Wanchao's group to form a bigger and stronger group now called the Nanyuki High School Alumni Association.
My name is Paul Mugo, year 1998. I'm now the treasurer to the executive committee of Nanyuki Boys High School Alumni Association. I've been there for like a few months since we formed the executive committee like 4 months ago. I've also been appointed to the board of management of Nanyuki Boys High School. We are now a few old boys in the board. I think we are 4 now. I'd like to talk a little bit about the Alumni Association. I founded a WhatsApp group in 2009. That's 10 years ago. We started as 3 people. Myself, Richard Wanjoe, who is now in America, and Charlie, who is in the UK. We started it just as a way of helping the old boys to catch up and share memories of school. But later on, we started to assist each other when need arose. We raised some funds for some people who were bereaved and some who were hospitalized. And we continued like that for like 9 years. Later on, I was informed by another old boy that there is another group of older alumni that was led by Mr. Albert Wanjao. So we arranged a meeting, met, and decided to merge the 2 groups. As of now, we are one big group of Nanyuki Boys High School alumni. And since we joined up, we've achieved a lot.
Moses Washira, who is also the alumni vice secretary, reaffirmed the Nanyuki Old Boys community of the benefits envisioned in joining the alumni.
My name is Moses Nderitu Wachira, a member of Nanyuki High School alumni. We initiated a process as the Young Turks way back with my chairman, Mr. Mogo. And we happened to have realized that there is an older group which we needed to reach out to, and they also had the will to reach out to the younger generation. The whole purpose of this was to create a community of all members of Nanyuki High School who have gone through Nanyuki High School or are still at Nanyuki High School. It's meant to actually mentor and handhold all the members to assist them in various aspects of life. We have a clear definition of our main agenda and what the community we will be benefiting from, the Nanyuki alumni community. Mostly we are looking at ensuring that we are taking care of the welfare of the members, and we are also supporting those who are already in school in terms of mentorship. For example, we have opportunities. We have the older group being already in a level of employers, and we have others who are actually seeking for employment, and us who are already in the mid of our careers. We are there to bridge the gap and assist them to reach out to these opportunities, and also guide them on which opportunities they will be targeting.
We managed to hold 2 meetings. Now this is the second meeting that you're holding as the bigger alumni association group, and we've made some strides. One of them is that we are now formally registering our group at the Attorney General's office. We are in the process. In a month or I think a month or two, we should be through. We've also achieved a lot of milestones, because when we came together, us as the younger tax brought in our own objectives. The older ones came with their own objectives, and we merged them all. Since we joined up, we managed to help quite a number of people that have lost their loved ones, others who are hospitalized. We managed to assist somebody who was immigrating to America, and he didn't have money to do so. We managed to connect a lot of old boys to opportunities that they would not have got if they didn't belong to the Old Boys Association.
The Nanyuki Boys High School Board Chairman is confident that the Old Boys will play a very important role in transforming the image and performance of the school in a bid to take it to the next level.
In the year when I joined, 2017, the number of students that were admitted to the university were 49. And we laid up a structure where we had to improve that, and in the year 2018, we were able to improve the number of students joining the university to 102. The 2019 class, I do expect that we will take over 160. The structures are there. We also laid the structure where we needed to improve the infrastructure in classes and other areas. And therefore, in the year 2018, we were able to present our musical team, and in the music we were able to go through the county. We were also able to go through to the national, and we were number 2, and we were able to present our music to the head of state. In the same year, we also presented the drama. We have never passed the county level, and even the former district and provincial level in the previous years. But between 2017 and 2018, we laid the structure where we wanted to go to the national level. In the year 2018, we were able to present the drama, and in the same year, we were number 1 in the praise that we presented in Eldoret. And then after that, we were number 1 when we went to nationals in Bungoma. And we were number 1 nationally. And therefore, we were able to present the same to the Deputy President, who received the number 1 and number 2 teams.
According to the chairman, they have laid down strategic measures to steer the alumni to the next level.
So I've talked about our first strategic objective being networking, the next one being mentorship. The third one is actually giving back to the school and to the society. We think and we believe that God did not bring you into this world just to take care of yourself. And when you have finished school, God has blessed you with a job, God has blessed you with some money, there comes a time when you need to give back to the society. And we, as an alumni, have come up with a project whereby we shall be supporting the needy students in the school. Needy students means bright kids who cannot be able to pay school fees. We shall be working with those kids, supporting them financially up to university, and even trying to help them get jobs once they have finished university. That program has already started. Right now, we have around 4 boys who the headmaster have identified, and they already have sponsors from these alumni. So we need that project, that program to grow so that we can be able to assist as many boys as possible. And that is starting this year, and I believe that by the time we are 5 years old, by the time we'll be celebrating our 5th year, we shall have been able to really see these boys through and be able to have seen this program develop well. The other strategic objective is supporting school programs, the infrastructure of the school. When called upon, we shall come and support those kind of programs. We are also thinking of starting an emergency fund, because we've realized that sometimes we are having a problem with some of our alumni having emergencies that within ourselves we cannot be able, they are not sustainable. So what we've decided is that we are going to form a small endowment fund, an emergency fund, by contributing. So in this meeting today, because we would like every single person to participate in this idea of the way we are going to run this emergency fund. We shall have some breakouts where people will brainstorm and come up with the best way forward in terms of the contributions, because we do not want to dictate to people how much they should contribute. From that contribution, we'll have a kitty, and then when we have emergencies that we are going to define specifically in today's meeting, we shall agree how much each person takes in terms of the financial support that is needed, and this will go again along with the welfare. So the kitty will be twofold. There will be a kitty to borrow when you are in need. Maybe you have got a business and you need some little money, like 30, 40, 50,000, and you can borrow from that kitty based on your savings, maybe. And then the welfare will be when there is maybe you've lost a close relative and you need support. So we are going to structure that and work with an insurance company so that whatever is contributed, we put it in the insurance company, and then maybe we see how the insurance company can support through their programs, something like that. So that is still at very early stage.
The board chairman appealed to all Nanyuki Boys High School alumni, wherever they are in the country or in the diaspora, to come together and make a difference in order to make their former school one of the greatest schools in Kenya.
Coming to the current students as alumni, they have really worked so hard to improve the school. And one of the areas they have done is to give us a generator, such that the students currently, whether there is electricity or no electricity, they are able to do their studies with electricity. The other area they contributed so hard is when I was purchasing the bus. He also contributed in a big way. And through this forum, we have a program that they have come up with the sponsorship program. And today, being July 6th, they have given me 3 slots where 3 students will benefit. We had to recall these students from home, and today we'll be presenting them with the new sponsors from 1 to Form 4, then to the university, and to mentor them. The second area that the alumni are assisting is on the adoption of classes. I have talked about the asbestos. The alumni, at least I know 3 students who have adopted the classes. And in adoption, I mean they'll remove the asbestos, put new roofing, do painting, and become mentors in the same classes. So today, I will be appealing to the alumni to frontier in terms of adoption of the classes. The other area that the alumni will be assisting is on the program of mentorship. We'll be having an open forum where the old students will be mentoring the existing students, the students in school, especially to pick the subjects that will be able to lead them to better jobs, better understanding of the future. With that, I believe we'll have improved and they'll have an input in that. We have one of the students, the old students, Meshoku, who has given us the writing of the school. During the studies, there are some areas that requires writing, and therefore he has donated 2 writings where the students will get the writing, and I do thank him because of that. The other area that the students will be assisting our current students is in the areas of subjects. They have suggested and we have implemented. We have new subjects that have been suggested by the old students during our last 2 meetings, and one of them is aviation. The school is within the vicinity of the Kenya Army, and the Kenya Army, they have also the branch of that the aeronautical engineers and all these. And therefore, we have started that project as a subject, the aviation class. The other area that we have improved is on the music. It's a new subject, and I believe that is why we were number 1 the 2018-2019. The other area we have started is electrical. We have an electrical class, and of course this is from the suggestions that were given by the alumni, and we had adopted and started those classes.
All old boys who attended the reunion carried out clustered meetings where they discussed and came up with suggestions and decisions on how the Alumni Association will help its members as well as the current students of Nanyuki Boys High School. Among the many conclusions made, a decision was made to form a cooperative society for all alumni and a welfare fund to help old boys in case of critical illnesses or demise of any member of the nuclear family.
I, as the chairman of the school, God has given me blessings. I have a company called Cretan Properties Limited. We do building and we do selling of lands. I'm also running a bank, Choice Microfinance Bank, which will also be contributing towards the improvement of our school.
We have so far been able to register to sponsor 3 needy boys of Nanyuki High School. Every time there is a national event that involves schools, we always have an alumni go to the venue and have lunch with them from our pockets. That would be things like national drama festivals, music festivals, and quite recently, if you are aware, Nanyuki High School was the best drama school in Kenya. We joined them, some of us joined them, wherever they were. And along the way, and we are hoping this will be instilled into our system, is to be able to help not only the students, but also the former students, the alumni who might need various hookups along the way.
We want to walk far. We want these alumni to be there even when we are as old as 100 years, 190 years, those who will be gifted with age like 100 and whatever, we'll be looking back and saying, it's good, it's worth it, it was nice we started these alumni. And the excitement around these alumni, the excitement around people meeting after 40 years, and socializing and catching up, it's immeasurable. You know, when we look at this and see this excitement, it makes me very happy, and I feel the effort and the sacrifice that we put into starting this alumni was not in vain.